Suspects in a Cinco de Mayo shooting at a restaurant in Vicksburg have their first appearance in court today. The Vicksburg Police Department says Lakeisha Henderson and Tiara Moore were both arraigned on aggravated assault charges. They're accused of shooting another woman in a fight at the Superior Crab Monday. Now, the two women are also facing additional misdemeanor charges for disorderly conduct. The shooting victim will also face a disorderly conduct charge. Bond for Henderson and Moore was set at $100,000.